How you doing everyone? I'm Sam and this is Rooftop Gaming. Welcome to the first video of our Lore Top series where we dive deep into the stories and the plot of video games. We are covering one of the most beloved and influential survival horror games of all time, Resident Evil 4. We will also dive deep into the Separate Ways side story and explain the roles of key characters and elements like Las Plagas and Albert Wesker. But before talking about the events of the game, let's talk about what has happened so far. After the outbreak of the T-virus in Raccoon City, the US government decided to stop the virus from spreading by dropping a bomb on it. Raccoon City was bombed to the ground, all the undead were destroyed, and any evidence that showed connection between Umbrella and the US government was erased. Presumably, Umbrella denied the bombing and claimed it was an incident at Raccoon Nuclear Power Plant, but hiding a nuke is too hard to do. The bombing outraged the crowd. In their eyes, all the 100,000 civilians who lived in Raccoon City died in a blink of an eye because of this meaningless decision. The federal government soon sanctioned Umbrella and crippled the US branch of the company, leading to its gradual downfall. On September 30, 1998, before the bombing of Raccoon City, a young and traumatized Leon S. Kennedy escaped the city and sought protection from the police officers stationed outside. To save himself and Sherry Birkin, whom he was protecting, he was given an ultimatum: to join a classified military agency and prevent similar disasters. The allegations of the government trying to hide something and secretly working with Umbrella became louder, and all this pressure led to the resignation of the president. There, he was interrogated by a high-ranking military intelligence officer, and although he was considered to know too much, his actions against bioorganic weapons made him a valuable asset to the government. His trainings turned him into an expert special agent who actively engaged in special missions. He played a vital role in investigating the international branches of Umbrella. The most important mission of his before the events of Resident Evil 4 was Operation Javier in 2002. Javier was a drug lord who controlled a large part of an unnamed South American country, and he drew US's attention after contacting a former Umbrella researcher. Since the mission was too dangerous, Jack Krauser, an experienced special force operator, was assigned to aid Leon. Operation Javier was eventually successful, and they both returned home. But later that year, Leon found out that Jack had died in an accident. 2 years later, in the autumn of 2004, Ashley Graham, the daughter of President Graham, was abducted in Massachusetts, and not long after she was seen being taken to Los Iluminados hideout in Spain. Her kidnapping was believed to have been aided by a mole within the Secret Service, so to avoid further information leaks, it was classified as a state secret. The Spanish government suspected Los Iluminados to be a dangerous group with possible ties to terrorist organizations, so they offered to help the US rescue team. They, however, sent only one man.
I received special training via a secret organization working under the direct control of
The two police officers escort Leon to the outskirts of a remote village, but refuse to accompany him any further. As Leon hikes toward a nearby house, he receives a call from Ingrid Hannigan, who introduces herself as Leon's support operative.
Excuse me, sir?
In the house, Leon asks the only resident about Ashley while showing a picture of her. But to his surprise, the resident is evil.
Sorry to have bothered you.
Soon after, more villagers surround the building, and some of them use a truck to ram the police car down into the river, taking away Leon's only real support. He manages to jump out of the window and follows the trail to the village, all while villagers show more signs of insanity. Upon arriving at the village, he sees one of the cops in a horrific state, but the people don't seem to mind and just keep on doing their daily tasks. That is until they spot Leon.
¡No dejes que se escape!
Vayan por detrás.
Who are these people?
¡Bloqueale el paso!
What are they planning?
Chainsaw.
Shit.
¡Te voy a matar!
Son of a...
The villagers seem more than insane, as if they don't understand what's going on or they are under control. Their lack of control becomes a strong possibility when the church bell rings.
La campana. Es hora de rezar. Tenemos que irnos. Lord Sattler.
In one of the houses in the village, Leon finds a letter from a guy named Mendez. In the letter, Mendez is telling the villagers about Leon, an agent sent by the US to investigate the area. He also mentions how there is a prisoner held captive in an old house, and the villagers should not let Leon get in contact with the person. But Leon pushes further into the village and reaches the old house mentioned in the letter.
Little rough, don't you think? You're not like them?
No. You?
Okay, I have only one very important question. You got a smoke?
Got gum.
Perfect. The big cheese.
What?
Humans, let us give you our power. Soon, you will become unable to resist this intoxicating power.
Leon wakes up in a different location, tied to the man he met earlier. He introduces himself as Luis Serra, a former police officer from Madrid. Upon showing him a picture of Ashley, he tells Leon how he heard some of the villagers mention that she's being held in the church. With the help of a seemingly undead villager, they break free, and as Leon is fighting the villager, Luis runs away. In an attempt to find the church, Leon crosses a narrow valley and a secret underground passage, the kind you wouldn't find in an ordinary mountain village. Eventually he arrives at a house. a different looking house. There he finds a key marked with a familiar insignia, one that he has seen repeatedly in the village. As he leaves the room, Mendez finds him, but this time he lets Leon go. The toxin injected into Leon earlier has made him similar to the villagers. That is a good enough reason for Mendez to not to kill him.
You carry the same blood as us, it seems. Nevertheless, you're an outsider. Just remember, if you become unpleasant to our eyes, you'll face severe consequences.
What? Same blood.
Before Leon can move on to the other room, Hannigan contacts him to tell him about the villagers he has been fighting. They are a cult called Los Iluminados, the Enlightened Ones. Saved by a familiar-looking woman, Leon finds Mendez's notes. From them, Leon learns that Mendez is actually the chief of the village, but he acts under the command of a man called Lord Sadler. Sadler ordered Mendez to confine Leon and Luis, and although Mendez doesn't always understand Lord Sadler's decisions, he obeys them without question. Leon leaves the house and returns to the village center where the church stands, only to find its doors locked. He then finds a secret tunnel under a house which leads to the cemetery behind the church. There he finds a note saying that all the church doors are sealed and can be opened by a key that is kept beyond the lake. Crossing the lake though is suicidal, as a monster called Del Lago lurks in the water. The note also reveals how Luis is more important to the villagers than Leon. Luis has stolen something vital to their plan, something that makes Ashley useless to them. Eventually, Leon decides to go past the church and to the lake, where he finds a speedboat. Leon manages to kill the monster using harpoons and drives to the other side of the lake. But as soon as he's back on land, he begins coughing up blood and passes out in a lakeside cabin. Leon wakes up hours later from a nightmare, only to realize that at some point he wasn't alone in the cabin. He finds an anonymous letter written directly to him. The letter mentions an important object hidden near the falls that could help him save Ashley. It also warns Leon about El Gigante and tells him nothing can be done to help Leon about what is happening inside his body. Yet. As Leon heads to the falls, things get even weirder. Some villagers come back to life after being killed, and monstrous organs pop out of their necks. Eventually he reaches the falls and finds the key to the church, and uses another speedboat to get back to the village.
¡Rápido! ¡Rápido!
¡Rápido!
¡Usa los músculos!
¡Rápido! ¡Apúrense!
¡Por aquí! ¡Rápido! ¡Rápido! ¡Por aquí! ¡Por aquí! ¡Ay! ¡Se vuelve loco! ¡Mierda!
After taking out the giant, Leon continues his way to the church, where he finds walls covered in the cult insignia and pictures of a mysterious man. And at last, Ashley.
Ashley!
Don't come!
Hey! Take it easy.
No! Get away!
Calm down. Everything's going to be just fine. My name's Leon. I'm under the President's order to rescue you.
What? My father?
That's right. And I have to get you out of here. Now come with me.
Hannigan tells Leon to take Ashley outside the village so a chopper can extract them. But as they are leaving the church, they are stopped by the mysterious man from the portraits. He introduces himself as Osmond Sadler, the master of Los Iluminados. He tells Leon that he has injected him and Ashley with the same parasite, and when the eggs hatch in their bodies, they will be in Sadler's full control, just like the villagers are. Sadler also mentions that his plan was to send Ashley home after injecting her with the parasite and getting a ransom from the president. The money would be used to keep the church running, and the parasite would crumble the United States. Leon and Ashley, however, grow tired of listening to a religious extremist and jump out of the window. As Ashley and Leon try to leave the village and reach the chopper, Hannigan contacts Leon to inform him that the helicopter has been shot down. Suddenly, they find themselves cornered by villagers and are forced to take shelter inside a cabin. In there, they find a familiar face. Luis, who is also hiding from the Ganados, joins Leon to fight the attackers. Ganados is a name given to the villagers, meaning livestock, as they are the host to the parasites growing in their bodies. After they successfully fend them off, Leon tells Luis that the villagers have destroyed the bridge and they have to keep moving forward. Nevertheless, Luis decides to part ways with them. Leon and Ashley push forward, hoping to find a way out of this place. Meanwhile, Leon finds a letter that seems to be from Mendez. The letter states that Leon has been underestimated and he has to be stopped. The letter also reveals that more Ganados are waiting to ambush Leon and Ashley. And even if they manage to go around them, Mendez will be waiting for them at the final gate. The two continue their way until they reach a large shed. Since they can't find a way to go past it, they are forced to go inside. But Leon tells Ashley to wait outside in case things go wrong.
You better stay outside. Ashley, go hide.
Yeah.
Trying to stop Mendez, Leon tips over an oil drum and shoots it. But Mendez, instead of dying, transforms. After a long fight in the burning shed, Leon manages to kill Mendez, and now they can safely get out of the village. But the path beyond the gates leads only to a castle. Leon and Ashley decide to explore the castle, hoping to find some help and safety. But instead, they find cultists who are no less hostile than the Ganados. As cultists are shooting them with fireballs, Leon uses an old cannon to open a path for themselves. The path leads them to the inside of the castle, where Leon receives a call from Hannigan. But right before Hannigan tells Leon what to do, they lose connection and a swarm of cultists attack them. After saving themselves from the attack, they see Louis again.
Leon!
Louis,
I've got something for you guys. What? Oh, shit! I must have dropped it when I was running away from them.
Dropped what?
A drug that'll stop your convulsions. Look, I know you're carriers. You've been coughing up blood, right?
yeah.
And you.
Yes.
Damn it! The eggs have hatched. We don't have much time.
What are you talking about?
I have to go back and get it.
Let me come with you.
No, you stay here with Leon. He is better with the ladies, I'm sure.
Why are you...
It makes me feel better. Let's just leave it at that.
After Louis departs to find the cure, Leon and Ashley enter the castle proper. In there, they are stopped by an old man who introduces himself as Ramon Salazar. He's ordered by Salder to take Ashley alive, while Leon will eventually be left to die. After giving his speech, Salazar locks all the doors. While the two are looking for a way out, Ashley suddenly coughs up blood. She panics and stumbles into a wall trap, which drags her into another room. Leon gets a call from Hannigan, but soon finds out that the line has been hijacked by Salazar, who tells Leon that the insects are waiting for him in the sewers. Leon, however, ignores the threat, as the sewers are the only path they can take to find Ashley. While passing the sewers and fighting the insects, he reaches the dungeon of the castle, and in one of the cells he finds some notes written by Louis. In the notes, Louis explains how studying mind-controlling parasites is the key to understand Las Plagas and its effect on Los Ganados. The notes also include a list of 3 parasites which enter the body of smaller animals and use them as prey to enter their definitive hosts. Leon eventually reaches the room that seems to belong to Salazar. In there, Leon finds another note. This one is written by Salazar himself. In it, Salazar admits to his family's dark past. 8 generations earlier, when this castle was first built, the Castellan of the time took the power away from Los Iluminados. So to atone for this sin, Salazar restored Las Plagas from beneath the castle, gave it to Lord Sadler, and vowed to help him rebuild the world. Later, Leon gets himself to the gallery room, and from there to Salazar.
What a pleasant surprise. But I'm afraid it's Ashley we need. Not you, Mr. Kennedy.
If you don't need me, then get off my back, old man.
Did you say old man, Mr. Kennedy? It might come as a surprise, but I'm only 20 years old.
So you're just like all the others? A puppet of the parasites?
Surely you don't think I'm the same as those diminutive ganados. The parasites, las plagas, are slaves to my will. I have absolute control.
Well, I really don't give a damn. Rain or shine, you're going down.
Get rid of our American friend.
After Salazar gives his speech, more Ganados attack Leon, but they're no match for him either. Yet as Leon continues his quest to find Ashley, he comes across someone who is a match for him.
Put your hands where I can see them.
Sorry, but following a lady's lead just isn't my style.
Put them up now.
Bit of advice, try using knives next time. Works better for close encounters.
Leon. Long time no see.
Ada. So it is true.
True? About what?
You, working with Wesker.
I see you've been doing your homework.
Why, Ada?
What's it to you?
Why are you here? Why'd you show up like this?
See you around.
Ada!
Searching the room, Leon finds some notes regarding Ada. The notes mention that Ada is probably helping Luis to get the sample before Leon does. It is also likely that she is the one who removed the eggs from Luis before hatching, and she is probably working for someone. Later, Leon reaches the dining room of the castle, where he is attacked by multiple Ganados as he is locked in a cage. And from there, he gets to the gallery where he sees a new type of parasite. This new type not only pops out of the necks after killing the host, it also detaches itself from the body and fights independently. Nevertheless, Leon keeps pushing forward until Luis finds him.
Leon! I got it.
Now that I have the sample, you serve me no purpose.
Sadler!
My boy Salazar will make sure you follow the same fate.
Stay with me, Louis.
I am a researcher, hired by Sadler. He found out what I was up to.
Don't talk.
Here. It should suppress growth of the parasite. The sample. Sadler took it. You have to get it back.
Louis! Louis!
After losing one friend, Leon finds another one. Ashley is trapped inside a wall cage 1 floor below him, but he can't find a way down. Instead, he just helps her get out by shooting the bars. But as soon as she is free, more Ganados attack her, and it's up to Leon to cover her.
Talk about near-death experience.
Ashley, get out of there!
Ashley eventually finds a key to unlock a door and escape. They get separated once again, but Ashley manages to find her way to get back to Leon.
Leon!
Ashley! You did good.
I'm sorry if I was...
Oh, don't worry about it. Come on, let's move on.
The two continue their way in this never-ending castle, passing pools of lava and taking cart rides. But once again they're interrupted by Salazar. Salazar tries to kill the two by activating a mechanism that lowers the ceiling, but they manage to survive and follow after him. Soon after, they get separated again. A swarm of insects attacks Leon and one of them carries Ashley away. Leon restarts his search for Ashley and finds out that Salazar has taken her hostage.
Ashley.
Leon!
Mr. Kennedy, don't you know when it's time to throw in the towel?
No! Leon!
Where's the satisfying sound of one's impalement?
Won't fall for this old trick.
How dare you! No more games! Kill him! Kill! Quickly! We shall prepare for the ritual!
Leon, you're alive.
Leon ends up in the sewers, but before finding a way to get back up, he's attacked by Salazar's right hand, a Verdugo. After taking care of it, Leon finds an elevator that brings him back on track to reach Ashley.
It seems that Salazar is having difficulty taming the American pig. Salazar had his chance. Krauser, go get the girl. Oh, and dispose of the swine while you're at it.
Consider it done.
The elevator takes Leon down to what seems to be a mining site. There he finds another note from Luis in which he explains that the first castellan of this castle once buried the Las Plagas beneath it. When Salazar later found them, they all seemed fossilized and dead, since they couldn't survive without hosts. But they were actually just waiting in a dormant state to be rescued. In the upcoming years, unexpected things happened to the villagers who helped with the excavation of the Las Plagas, and one day they all turned into violent savages. Luis explains that Las Plagas was able to enter the bodies in a cellular form, and that is how they are resurrected. The notes also mention that at the time of writing, the excavation is still ongoing. Leon continues his way through the excavation site where he is attacked by more Ganados and even giants. After navigating through ancient caves, he eventually reaches a tomb that helps him rise back to the surface. When Leon gets back on the ground, he finds a letter left for him by Ada. She explains in the letter that unhatched Las Plagas eggs can be removed from the body using medications. But if they hatch, the only way to remove the parasite is through a risky surgery, and that is only possible while the parasite is still young. Once the parasite is matured, nothing can stop it. She also believes that Ashley is running out of time and she must undergo the surgery as soon as possible. Leon now has to navigate himself through a maze of ruins to find the tower where Ashley is being held. To leave the ruins, Leon has to pass an abandoned mine and survive a literal cliffhanger, but eventually he finds an elevator that can be used to get back to the castle. Once back in the castle, Leon pushes toward the tower, but he is attacked by a giant robot that is built to look like Salazar, and of course, more Ganados. But after a long run, Leon finally reaches the tower resembling the 7 levels of hell.
So nice you could join us, Mr. Scott Kennedy.
You again.
The sacred rite that's about to begin at this tower shall endow the girl with magnificent power. She will join us, become one of us.
This is no ritual. It's terrorism.
Isn't that a popular word these days? Not to worry. We've prepared a special ritual for you.
Leon then has to play a Donkey Kong mission, dodge the barrels, reach the top of the tower and save the damsel in distress. He uses the lift to reach the top before Salazar can perform the ritual, but he is late. Salazar tells Leon that the ritual is over and Ashley is being taken to an island. Salazar and his other Verdugo are then consumed by a plant and merge into another mutated monster. Leon finally manages to get rid of them, but now he has to find a way to the island to rescue Ashley.
Need a ride, handsome?
Okay.
Got some business to take care of. See you later.
After Ada leaves the boat, Leon steps on the island and after a short hike, he reaches a bunker. One of the Ganados takes Ashley inside while the rest of them attack Leon. The Ganados here are dressed like commandos and armed to the teeth, suggesting that the island used to be a military base. After solving the puzzle, Leon enters the bunker hoping to find Ashley, but is welcomed by more armed Ganados. He then passes the kitchen and the storage room and comes across a video surveillance system and sees Ashley locked in one of the cells. While trying to find the cell, he reaches the medical facility in the lower floors of the base, but not an ordinary one. Instead, it was used for experimenting on biochemical weapons. Soon Leon learns that the base on the island is Sadler's headquarters to do his researches and experiments, away from the world. In one of the rooms here, Leon finds another note from Lewis. In this one, it is written that the flies and giants Leon has been fighting all along are all byproducts of experiments performed on human beings. Lewis also warns Leon about another monster called the Regenerator, which, as the name suggests, have the ability to regenerate any body part at an incredible speed. Due to this ability, Regenerators are almost invincible, and the only way to kill them is by destroying the Plagas inside their bodies. After fighting some Regenerators and escaping the facility, Leon finds Ashley.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Before Leon and Ashley can leave the room, Ada sends in a paper airplane. On it, she directly tells Leon to use the waste disposal vent to escape.
Looks like this is it.
It stinks.
Sure does.
No way, Leon.
Way.
Are you out of your mind?
I knew you'd be fine if you landed on your butt.
You... What is this?
Come on, let's go.
Down in the dumpster, Leon has to fight multiple Ganados and Regenerators while protecting Ashley. The two eventually manage to leave the dumpster and reach a bulldozer. With Ashley behind the wheels and Leon shooting the Ganados, they work as a team to get out of the base. But as they reach the surface, the bulldozer crashes and they have to continue on foot.
I can feel them growing ever so strongly inside you.
Sadler!
Perhaps you can resist, but you cannot disobey. Now, come to me, Ashley.
Ashley!
It's already begun.
While searching the room, Leon finds a note from Sadler. In his writings, Sadler says that he has to find replacements for Salazar and Mendez, but he should be careful because the parasite will reflect the host's conscience. If the host is against Sadler's vision, then the Plaga might turn against him.
What's the news on our friend Leon?
He's not making it easy. The sample?
Sadler's got it. It seems he sniffed out our little game.
Perfect.
Just so we understand each other clearly, I don't trust you, nor does Wesker. If you try to do anything clever, I will kill you.
Is that so? You know, I met Wesker long before you.
We'll see soon enough if you did.
Yeah, we'll see.
Once again, Leon has to find Ashley, and on his way he encounters another familiar face.
Been a long time, comrade.
Krauser.
I died in a crash 2 years ago. Is that what they told you?
You're the one who kidnapped Ashley.
You catch on quick, as expected. After all, you and I both know where we come from.
What do you want?
The sample Sadler developed, that's all.
Leave Ashley out of this!
Oh, I needed her to buy Sadler's trust in me. Like you, I'm American.
You got her involved just for that?
All for Umbrella's sake.
Umbrella?
Almost let it slip. Enough talk. Die, comrade!
Ada!
Well, if it isn't the bitch in the red dress.
Looks like we have the upper hand here.
You may be able to prolong your life, but it's not like you can escape your inevitable death, is it?
You knew each other?
More or less. Maybe it's about time you told me the reason why you're here.
Maybe some other time.
Krauser, who was Leon's partner during a mission in 2002, had faked his death the same year and was the one who kidnapped Ashley in America. Krauser says that he kidnapped Ashley to gain Sadler's trust and that he is actually working with Umbrella. After Ada and Krauser leave Leon behind, Sadler calls in to let Leon know that he is sending it to greet Leon. Soon Leon finds an elevator that takes him down to a cave. There he finds another note from Luis. In this one, Luis mentions that Las Plagas can inhabit any organ of the body. They are also social creatures and have collective intelligence similar to ants and bees. Luis also confesses in his notes that he was blinded by its fascination with Las Plagas, and that he believes he's just as guilty as Sadler for all the horrible things his parasites would do. He was, after all, Sadler's lead researcher. In the caves, Leon also finds a tracker that had been attached to Ashley, and gets to meet U3, or as Sadler says, it. Leon first tries to kill it by dropping the containers while it's trapped inside, but that plan fails as it climbs back and they have to continue fighting on solid ground. Once it is out of the way, Leon continues his way. At some point in the caves, he finds a note from Krauser. In his notes, Krauser says that Sadler never fully trusted him, and Wesker had no choice but to call in Ada. Despite that, Krauser doesn't trust her, and is willing to kill both her and Leon if she betrays him or Wesker. Later, Leon exits the caves and gets back on the ground to find another set of ruins, where Krauser is waiting. He tells Leon that Ashley is kept beyond the gates and it requires 3 insignias to be opened. Krauser also gives the locations of 2 insignias to Leon, but he is the one who has the 3rd one. Krauser and Leon start blasting in the ruins, but Krauser shows strength and speed beyond human capabilities. After fighting for a while, Leon manages to get his hands on the first 2 insignias. Krauser then shows that he is polluted with Las Plagas by transforming his arm into a monstrous blade. Leon keeps fighting him nevertheless and comes out victorious. He picks up the last insignia from the seemingly dead Krauser and places all 3 of them on the gate. Once Krauser is defeated, Leon receives an unexpected call from Sadler, who thanks him for taking care of Krauser. Just as Krauser's note suggested, Sadler never trusted him and only used him to get Ashley. Continuing his way to find Ashley, Leon reaches another military base crawling with armed ganados.
¿Viste algo? No hay problema.
Damn.
Hey, it's about time.
Sorry, bad traffic. I'll cover you.
Llénalos de pólvora. Aquí está.
That's what I call backup.
My name's Mike. You looking for firepower, you come to the right place.
Leon is no longer alone, and with the helicopter raining down firepower on the whole base, Leon manages to leave. But just outside of the base, he gets surrounded by more ganados than he can manage. The helicopter comes to support once again.
Take cover!
Thanks. When we get out of here, drinks are on me.
Yeah, hey, I know a good bar.
I'll make sure you're the next to go, Sadler.
Leon continues his way through the ruins, but the parasite inside him is growing stronger with each step. Ada shows up to help Leon, but the Plaga take control of him and make him attack her. Once he gains his conscience back, Ada tells him to get rid of the parasite immediately, but Leon wants to save Ashley first. Leon soon reaches another base, and he has to fight more Ganados, but eventually he finds Ashley.
You'll soon harbor an awesome power. Yet it seems you would rather choose death.
I'm taking Ashley back, whether you like it or not.
Ah, the audacity of youth.
Leon, now!
Let's go!
While running away from Sadler, Leon finds some more notes from Luis in which he explains the removal of the parasite. According to his notes, removing the parasites could be done by exposing them to a special radiation. Removing a young Plaga could be very painful and damaging to the consciousness of its host, but once the parasite is an adult, removing it could be fatal. A sad but better fate. Leon and Ashley now have to find the machine before it's too late.
This hunk of junk? I don't know about this, Leon.
There's only one way to find out. You operate.
You sure you want to do this?
Yeah.
Alright. Here goes nothing. How are you feeling?
Like $1,000,000.
I thought you were gonna die. Alright. Guess I'm up.
You okay? I don't know about you, but I think it's time we go home.
With the parasites out of their bodies, Leon now has to stop Sadler and leave this place. Soon Leon finds a note about Sadler's plan. By sending Ashley back to the US, they would eventually take control of the Oval Office by polluting the advisors with Las Plagas. And then he will take advantage of their international influence. In the notes, it is mentioned that if the first plan doesn't work, Los Illuminados will send in their special forces to wreak havoc in the US and cripple the country from within. Leon tells Ashley to stay behind before confronting Sadler for the last time. Sadler has captured Ada and is planning to control the Plagas inside Leon, but there are no Plagas to control. Leon frees Ada and starts fighting a mutated Saddler. Eventually, Ada throws him a rocket launcher, which helps him finish Saddler once and for all. Once Saddler dies, he drops a sample of Las Plagas. When Leon picks it up, Ada points a gun at him and takes away the sample. Leon warns Ada to destroy it before it's too late, but Ada ignores Leon and takes off on a helicopter. Before leaving, she also sets the island to self-destruct and tosses Leon the keys to a jet ski, telling him to leave quickly. So Leon takes Ashley and rushes to the jet ski to leave this place for good.
Ashley! Ashley! Where are you?
Leon!
Come on. Let's go home.
Sounds like a great idea. Mission accomplished. Right, Leon?
Not quite. I still have to get you home safe.
So, after you take me back to my place, how about we do some, overtime?
Sorry.
Somehow I knew you'd say that, but it doesn't hurt to ask, you know? So, who was that woman anyway?
Why do you ask?
Come on, tell me.
She's like a part of me I can't let go. Let's leave it at that.
Anyone figure that out?
Separate Ways is a bonus side story that retells the story through Ada's perspective. When the opening cinematic cutscene starts, Ada mentions that her goal is different than others and she has to make sure that nobody finds out what it is. Later in the same cutscene, Ada arrives at the village shortly before Leon and is attacked by the villagers. She then receives a call from Albert Wesker telling her to ring the church bell to calm down the attackers. Once the call is over, Leon arrives at the village and is attacked by its residents. As Leon is keeping the Ganados busy, Ada rushes to the cemetery, and after finding the key, she gets inside the church and rings the bell.
Oh, la campana. Es hora de rezar. Tenemos que irnos. Lord Saddler.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
As the second chapter begins, Ada reveals to the player that she is sent here to retrieve a sample of Las Plagas so the organization can continue its research on the parasite, and she also secures her loyalty in their eyes. She also mentions that according to the information the organization has, the Plagas can be commanded through a wavelength that humans can't hear. It is also possible that the wavelength is sent through the staff that Saddler carries. In the second chapter of this campaign, Ada has to help Luis as he's exposed for working with Ada. Los Iluminados have taken him hostage, knowing that he wants to take the Las Plagas sample away from Saddler. Ada is in Mendez's house when she finds out about Luis's trouble. She finds him but also realizes that they are transporting him to another place, so she follows them back to Mendez's house. But this time, Leon is also there.
You carry the same blood as us, it seems. Nevertheless, you're an outsider. Just remember, if you become unpleasant to our eyes, you'll face severe consequences.
Same blood.
¡Ni un paso más! ¡Cógelo! ¡Por aquí no vas a salir! ¡Te cogí! ¡Allí está! ¡Cogedlo! ¡Te cogí! ¡Allí!
Ada wakes up right in time to save herself from being sacrificed, and now she has to fight her way through the caves. Once on the ground, she gets back on her quest to find Louis. But as we know from the main campaign, Leon saves Louis while Ada is unconscious. Eventually, Louis and Ada meet when Louis leaves Ashley and Leon in the cabin. As Louis walks out of the cabin, he sees Ada and tells her that he is going to get the sample. Louis also asks Ada about who she works for, but she refuses to answer. Louis says that he doesn't care and that his only goal is to destroy Sadler and his cult. In the beginning of this chapter, we learn that Louis was never a part of any organization, and Ada found him accidentally. Louis asked Ada to take him into custody as he just wanted peace and didn't want to do anything else with Sadler and his cult. But Ada asked him to bring her a sample of Las Plagas and convinced the organization that he would be useful.
Put your hands where I can see them.
Sorry, but following a lady's lead just isn't my style.
Put them up now.
Bit of advice, try using knives next time. Works better for close encounters.
Leon. Long time no see.
Ada. So it is true.
True? About what?
You, working with Wesker.
I see you've been doing your homework.
Why, Ada?
What's it to you?
Why are you here? Why'd you show up like this?
See you around.
Ada!
Luis has succeeded in recovering the sample. He's waiting in the castle. Get in contact with him, ASAP.
Understood.
And that U.S. government lapdog, Leon. If you do happen to encounter him, put him out of commission. We can't let him interfere with our plans.
He has no idea what's going on. He's nothing we need to worry about.
He's a survivor of Raccoon City. We can do without the extra distraction. Take him out.
Leon.
Later, Wesker calls Ada to inform her that Louis has found the sample. He also asks Ada to kill Leon as he can be dangerous to their plan, despite Ada insisting that he doesn't know anything to be dangerous. Ada makes her way deeper into the castle and reaches Louis, but before getting a chance to talk to him, Sadler kills Louis and retrieves the sample.
Leon! I got it!
that I have the sample, you serve me no purpose.
Sadler!
My boy Salazar will make sure you follow the same fate.
Stay with me, Louis.
I am a researcher, hired by Sadler. He found out what I was up to.
Don't talk.
Here. It should suppress growth of the parasite. The sample. Sadler took it. You have to get it back.
Louis! Louis!
I found Louise. Unfortunately, a bit too late.
Did you retrieve the sample?
No, Sadler has it.
There will be another time. Have you had a chance to eliminate Leon?
Not yet.
If that's the case, then maybe we can capitalize on his little lucky streak. Take advantage of the distraction he is causing for Sadler and his followers to retrieve the sample.
Has been the subject of extensive...
In this chapter, Ada delivers a monologue revealing that Krauser was sent here by Wesker himself. Although the organization has done extensive research on him, but Ada still suspects that Krauser could go rogue. Ada also believes that Wesker sent her to keep an eye on Krauser and to eliminate him if necessary. Later, she receives a call from Wesker telling her that Leon has kept the cult busy to their advantage. He also reveals to Ada that he no longer wants her to kill Leon, as he has put Krauser to this task. Ada has to save Leon again. She fights her way through the island, but can't reach Krauser before he reaches Leon.
All for Umbrella's sake.
Umbrella?
Almost let it slip. Enough talk. Die, comrade!
Ada!
Well, if it isn't the bitch in the red dress.
Looks like we have the upper hand here.
You may be able to prolong your life, but it's not like you can escape your inevitable death, is it?
You knew each other?
More or less. Maybe it's about time you told me the reason why you're here.
Maybe some other time.
In the final chapter, Ada reveals her strategy. Leon must remain the main character and keep Sadler busy so she can pursue her mission. Wesker once again reminds Ada that by the end of the stay, Ada should have the sample and both Sadler and Leon should be dead. As she is trying to get her hands on the sample, she finds Leon as parasites are taking over his mind. Although Ada insists that he should get the plagas removed, but he wants to save Ashley first. Later she finds Krauser but alive. Although both Leon and Ada believed him to be dead, he is back to be the only boss fight of this campaign. Eventually Krauser is killed again and Ada gets back on track to find the sample. Ada soon reaches Leon as he is trying to save Ashley. Ada helps him get away from Sadler by blocking his path, but it also means that she traps herself inside with him. She somehow manages to defeat Sadler and goes to pick up the sample, but as we know from the main campaign, he takes her hostage. When Leon confronts Sadler, he frees Ada and she throws him a rocket launcher to finish Sadler. She somehow manages to defeat Sadler and goes to pick up the sample, but as we know from the main campaign, he takes her hostage. When Leon confronts Sadler, he frees Ada and she throws him a rocket launcher to finish Sadler.
Sorry, Leon. Hand it over.
Ada, you do know what this is.
Don't worry. I'll take good care of it.
Ada!
Here, catch. Better get a move on. See you around.
As I mentioned earlier in the video, Umbrella had already collapsed by the time Resident Evil 4 takes place. Instead, the company we deal with in the game is known only as the Organization. This can be confusing, especially because Krauser once mentions Umbrella while fighting Leon and then immediately cuts himself off. Despite that, there is only one thing that connects Umbrella and the Organization together: Wesker. Albert Wesker worked as a researcher and a security officer for Umbrella, and then joined the organization in 1998, keeping the same posts. Between 1998 and 2004, he climbed the ranks and became one of the most important members. He also secretly joined another pharmaceutical company called Trisol as a researcher. Trisol is not of importance in Resident Evil 4. Ada Wong, who was also employed by the organization, eventually finds out about this secret connection between Wesker and Trisol, and uses it in her own advantage. She also learns about the bioweapons research and development project in Spain thanks to the project's senior researcher, Dr. Luis Serra. Ada informs the organization about both the project and Wesker's possible betrayal. Nevertheless, the organization asks Wesker to deal with the project in Spain, and he recruits one of his trusted men, Jack Krauser. Krauser was supposed to infiltrate the cult, earn their trust, and ultimately secure a sample of dominant species Plaga. Krauser was deeply loyal to Wesker and believed in his vision to make a better world through power, but he was also driven by a hunger for strength. Eventually, Sadler trusted Krauser and gave him a sample, but instead of sending it to Wesker, he implanted it into his own body. As a result, he gained incredible strength and speed and the ability to transform his arm into a mutated weapon, all while keeping his intelligence and free will. Krauser then kidnapped Ashley to get inside the inner circle of the cult and get his hands on another sample, but Sadler never fully trusted him. The organization grew frustrated with Krauser's slow progress, so they pushed Wesker to send in Ada Wong, their secret agent. As we know, Ada ultimately killed Krauser and got the sample from Leon, but she never gave it to Wesker. Instead, she gave him a sample of a subordinate species Plaga while giving the dominant species sample to the organization. This betrayal slowed down Wesker's plan for a new world order, but eventually he managed to secure another sample from the remains of Krauser's corpse. The history of Las Plagas stretches back thousands of years and possibly to West Africa, but its relevance to Resident Evil 4 begins when it reaches Spain and starts the cult of Los Iluminados in the 16th century. Either in the same century or about 2 centuries later, Giorgio Salazar entered the area as a warrior nobleman to spread Catholic Christianity against Islam and Judaism. But somewhere in the mountains he reached a group of pagans called the Los Iluminados. Giorgio Salazar killed as many of them as he could in the battle, exiled their remains including their leader Adam Sadler, and buried their holy monsters Las Plagas. He then built a castle on top of the burial site and bound his family the duty of keeping the cult and the parasites suppressed. But the exiled Sadlers swore that one day they would reclaim their faith. By 1990s, a man named Osmond Sadler appeared at the Salazar castle where he met the young and weak Ramon Salazar. Whether Osmond Saddler was actually a descendant of Adam Saddler or just wanted to use this opportunity in his own benefit is still unknown. Either way, he made his way into the castle and gained influence over the young Salazar. Ramon grew up looking up to Saddler and became more and more faithful in his religion. Eventually, he converted into Saddler's religion and opened the caverns beneath the castle to release the parasites and atone for his ancestors' sins. After Ashley Graham's rescue, the Spanish authorities were informed of the situation. Soon after, the Spanish military led an operation to destroy all the ganados and the plagas in the area, but the mission failed. Instead, the Spanish government placed the mountains under quarantine to stop people from leaving or entering, although there are some reports of exiled residents crossing the borders to recover their homes. The people who crossed the borders were allowed to live their lives in isolation, even under the influence of the plagas. Los Iluminados also ceased to exist after the death of Osmond Saddler. Without their leader, the bond between parasites weakened, further stupefying the hosts, and the remnants of the cult continued to practice their faith in solitude. And that was the story of Resident Evil 4. Thank you all so much for sticking with us all the way to the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe and share the video to help the channel grow. It helps us more than you can imagine. Also tell us in the comments, what games do you want us to cover next? Do you want more videos about the stories of video games, or do you prefer our retrospective videos? This is Rooftop Gaming.
Got something that might interest you.